You're watching Oddly Cute Pets. Is your bearded dragon breathing heavy? Are you worried something is wrong with your bearded dragon? Knowing what behavior is normal and abnormal for your pet is part of being a responsible owner. There are a few reasons your bearded dragon may be breathing heavy, which are perfectly normal and no cause for alarm. Eating. The digestive process for bearded dragons is different than what it is for humans. We have acids and bacteria which help us digest food. For bearded dragons, heat plays a much more significant role in how they digest. After they eat, the bearded dragons tend to bask, and part of this may be breathing heavy. If your pet breathes heavy right after eating, give it some time while basking to digest its food. Note, bearded dragons are more likely to need heavy breathing if they eat something too large. Remember to keep all food smaller than the distance between their eyes. Stress. Bearded dragons, like other reptiles, can get stressed by changes in the environment. Some common causes of bearded dragon stress include loud noises, changes in light and shadow, being handled too much or improperly, improper temperature or humidity, being kept with other animals, not recommended, being moved to a new location even when cleaning the tank. If you suspect one of these reasons, take steps to calm down your bearded dragon before panicking. Temperature regulation. Bearded dragons need to have their enclosures at different temperatures. Specifically, they need a basking spot at a temp range of 95 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 to 41 degrees Celsius. If the basking spot is too hot, they may gape, open mouths, and even breathe heavily as a way of cooling down their bodies. To check if this is why your reptile is breathing heavy, use a thermometer to see what the temp is. Also, watch for heavy breathing when it leaves the basking area. How do I know if my bearded dragon has a respiratory infection? Breathing heavy may also be a sign of respiratory infection. This is a severe condition that needs to be treated with medication by a veterinary professional. Respiratory infections are caused by any number of things, including but not limited to too low or too high temperature, too high relative humidity, improper ventilation in the enclosure ceiling, poor diet/lack of essential vitamins and minerals, spread of infection from one infected reptile to another. Respiratory infections come with other symptoms, only one of which is heavy breathing. Here are some other common symptoms. Coughing noises, gaping as if choking, puffing up the throat, mucus in the nose and mouth area, lack of appetite. If you notice these symptoms with heavy breathing, it's likely your bearded dragon has a respiratory infection. It would be best if you took your reptile to the vet as soon as possible. Once you've taken it to the vet, your vet can accurately diagnose and treat the infection. This looks different depending on the severity of the infection. In some cases, you will be tasked with giving your pet medicine regularly. In most cases, this means you have to administer a liquid into your reptile's mouth with a syringe. The exact dosage and frequency are up to your vet. If you have any questions, be sure to ask your vet. Pro tip: give your pet the medicine right before you feed them. Also, you may want to hold them while you give them the medicine. When to take my bearded dragon to the vet? It may be challenging to decide when you need to go to the vet. As a rule, if you're too nervous or unsure, take your beardie to the vet. If you're unsure, take a look at these steps you may want to follow. Note, if your bearded dragon shows any different symptoms described above, take it right to the vet. First, check the temperature and humidity to make sure it's within the appropriate range. If it's not, change the environment and wait to see if the breathing relaxes. Then, think if your bearded dragon has eaten recently. Give it a chance to digest its meal, and make sure you don't give it food larger than the space between its eyes. Finally, do some of our calming tactics to see if you can calm the reptile. This may also help. If none of these work and it's been breathing heavily for a while, then it's time to take your bearded dragon to the vet. Warning: if your pet ever stops breathing or seems unable to move, take it to the vet right away. A too large chunk of food may have gotten stuck and is pressing on the reptile's spine. Check out the video description below for links to our website. If this video was helpful, please subscribe and give it a like. Thanks for watching.